Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I share how to make Nigerian meat pie. This is going to be worth your time. Please keep watching. My name is Oge and you're welcome to my kitchen. Let's get started. I already have my mixing bowl here and it's time to go in with my dry ingredients. For today's recipe, I'll be using about 2 cups of flour. I used all-purpose flour. I added half a cup of powdered milk and a teaspoon of baking powder, which is totally optional. Next up is to mix these ingredients until they combine properly. Once this is achieved, I will go in with my margarine. Feel free to use margarine or butter. Use whichever one you have available to you. This is cold margarine. Kindly check the description box below for the measurements I used in this video. If you want your meat pie crust to come out very flaky, I highly recommend you use cold ingredients. So my margarine is cold and I'll proceed to mix until I achieve a crumbly texture. You don't have to overmix it. This should be ready in a few minutes. So once you achieve this texture showing on your screen, you start going in with water. I used about half a cup of water to mix the dough, and I love to add the water a little at a time so as to be able to control the amount of water that goes into my mixture. If you're using liquid milk instead of powdered milk as one of your ingredients, you most likely be needing a smaller amount of water. Please note that I use cold water to mix my flour. So once you've mixed and achieved the dough, the next step will be to wrap it up securely with a cling film, transfer into your freezer and let it rest for at least 30 minutes. Please note that using cold ingredients when making your meat pie crust or any other pastry is one of the most important steps for achieving a flaky meat pie or pastry. I highly recommend you introduce this into your production if you've not been doing it already, and I promise you will love the results. Moving on, it's time to prepare our meat pie filling. I prepped the ingredients off camera and it's time to put everything together. I've just gone in with vegetable oil. I let that heat up before going in with some chopped onions. I'll fry this for about 2 minutes until it becomes fragrant, and then I'll go in with some flavors because I want to build up flavors. I added a little bit of dry thyme and curry powder. Feel free to add any seasoning of choice. Once added, I mixed and I continued to fry. About a minute later, I added Scotch bonnet peppers. These are roughly blended Scotch bonnet peppers and they are a bit spicy. I let that fry for a minute before going in with my grounded beef. I'm proud to announce to you that I made this beef myself at home, and I have a detailed video on how to ground your beef yourself using just your blender. I'll drop the link to the video in the description box of this one. Please do well to watch. It's very easy and there are no additives. So after adding the beef, I use my spoon to break it up so to prevent it from forming large clumps. You can see it's coming on nicely and it's cooking really well. It's about time to add the rest of my seasoning, and I added seasoning cubes, a little bit of beef seasoning, little bit of curry powder and salt to taste. Once added, I mix that properly and I continue to fry. I'll let this fry until some of the liquid in it dries up and it's ready to accept the rest of my ingredients. If you've watched up to this point, thank you so much for staying with me. It shows you're enjoying the recipe and I'm truly grateful to have you here. Please take a moment to give the video a thumbs up if you haven't done that already. Thank you. 5 minutes later, and this is what we are left with. From the video, you can tell that this is coming on very nicely. Most of the liquid in it has dried up and it's perfectly cooked and ready to accept the rest of my ingredients. I'll be adding diced potatoes, carrots, and green pepper. Feel free to add any vegetables of your choice. Just switch up your vegetables and do it in such a way that you enjoy it. But I'm using just 3 in this video. Once added, I use my spoon to mix until they get to know each other very well, until they marry each other very well. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for clicking on this video. It means a lot to me. My name is Oge, a Nigerian YouTuber. Please do well to subscribe. You're already here. Please hit on the subscribe button. Turn on notification bell to be notified of new videos. I promise you, you're going to love it here. And also go through the channel to check out other recipes that I have. I have lots of delicious recipes and you definitely see something that interests you. So please subscribe, like, share my videos and leave me your comments. Thank you. I added some water and I'll leave this to cook until everything is properly cooked. So while that is going on, I'll proceed to prepare my flour slurry. Flour slurry is basically a combination of flour and water. I used all-purpose flour for this. For measurements, I used about 1.5 tablespoon of all-purpose flour and I mixed it 1/3 cup of water. I mixed that until there are no lumps. This is what helps to thicken the meat pie filling. So let's go check on the meat pie filling. Now, this is what I'm talking about. This looks really nice and it smells amazing inside my kitchen. I gave this one quick stir before adding the flour slurry. Once you've added your flour slurry, give that a quick stir, cover your pan or pot and allow it to cook until it thickens. This should take about 3 minutes. 3 minutes later, and this is what we have. This is at the right consistency. If you want yours to be thicker than this, you can cook for a longer period of time until some of the liquid dries up, but I think this consistency is okay. You don't want your meat pie filling to be completely dry. Moving on, the next step is to prepare the dough. This has been chilling in the freezer and it's time to work on this. I took it out from the cling film, proceeded to flour my work surface, and I'll work in bits. I'll divide it into small pieces and work with one section at a time. I'll proceed to cut out the section, roll it for a few minutes. Using my meat pie cutter, I will cut it out, add my filling and seal it up. This step is self-explanatory. Please watch closely and you understand. To my amazing and returning subscribers, I want to say a big thank you. Thank you so much for always coming back to watch my videos. Thank you for liking my videos, sharing, and thank you for all the beautiful comments you leave on my videos. I see them all and I'm truly grateful. Please do well to give this video a thumbs up if you haven't done that already. Thank you. You have to be mindful of the amount of filling you add into the dough. You don't want it spilling out. So after adding my desired quantity of filling, I cut out the excess dough and this is the result. This looks really nice and I'll repeat the same process for the rest of my dough. If you do not have a meat pie cutter, you can use any round object in your kitchen or any shape of choice, any shape you have. What you have to do is just to roll out the dough, place it over the shape you're using, add your filling, cut it out and trim out the excess and you'll be good to go. Kindly follow me on other social media platforms. I'm active on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And the name to search for is Oge Anyoku on all platforms. Please do well to check out my pages, watch my videos, follow me, and leave me comments in the comments section. For vlogs, kindly check out my second YouTube channel where I post lifestyle vlogs. The name of the channel is I am Oge Anyoku here on YouTube. If you enjoy vlogs, then my vlog channel is the place to be. Please do well to check out my vlog channels, watch my vlogs, like, share, do all the good stuff. Thank you. I'm done cutting out the meat pie. This is the last one. Next, I proceeded to line my baking tray with baking paper, baking sheets, and this is what it looks like. The next step is to prepare my egg wash. This is what gives the meat pie a shine and glossy look after baking. I whisk the egg properly and then I use the brush to apply it over the meat pie. This step is also self-explanatory. I baked at 180 degrees for about 50 minutes. We've come to the end of this video and I hope you enjoyed watching. Please like the video to get it to a wider reach, share to your family and friends, leave me your comments in the comment section and please subscribe to the channel if you're yet to do so. Thank you for stopping by and I would love to see you all on my next one. Bye!